Hi, it's Lou from Tonic Studios and I'm here today to show you how to make the basics of this card. Okay, so what will we need? From the die set we will need this die here which cuts the mechanism part that we are going to need to add all our components on. So we'll need one of those. We're going to need the actual mechanism itself and we will need one of those. And then we need our leaves. The leaves are actually two different styles because we need to remember the holes here at either end of the leaves. So when we place it, we can see we've got two top holes and two bottom holes, and they need to be opposite each other to make the actual mechanism work. We'll also need some of the flowers to add to the decoration to the top of the mechanism. So let's get started on the mechanism itself. Once you've actually die cut your leaves, it would be much easier if you actually put your leaves in the order that they are going to have to be placed on the mechanism. We've got some beautiful detail that we can add on top of the leaves, and it's important to actually add that first. Okay, now we've done that with the leaves. We don't need the card bit, we actually need the main mechanism. And we're going to actually need some brads or split pins. And the top holes will line up with the main part there, and that is where we're going to put our first set of brads. Now once we've got the brads on, we can see that the leaves can move, and I've done them both opposite each other, and the main reason for that is when they cross over they don't catch each other. Right, we've got our leaves on and we can actually then see that they move. What we're going to do next is, if we put the leaves on top of each other, we've got two holes here and we're going to thread this strip through the two holes all the way down. And then what will happen is the leaves will naturally line up to where the other two holes are, and that's where we'll place an additional set of brads. But the legs for these brads will actually go all the way through and you attach to the back of your card. And that is our mechanism complete. You could add a little bit of shape to the leaves if you wanted to, but it's not necessary. So when we pull down there, the leaves will now close on top of each other. This part here is where we're actually going to put all our floral decoration. And you can layer this up in lots of different ways, but we need to be conscious when we are doing this that if we layer it up too thickly, the leaves won't close over the flower. So just for this demonstration, I'm going to use just one flower. So as before with the leaves, stick down your decoration first onto the backing plate. And then just put some glue into the centre there and place your flower. We've now got our flower in place, so when we close, the leaves close over the flower, and then when you pull it back down, the flower is revealed. Now within the die set, we need to cover up this mechanism so people don't actually see it. And there is a beautiful base panel. And on the side of it, you've got two tabs which you can fold. And that will then slip over the top there and hide all that mechanism behind. So we're just going to put a little bit of red liner tape on here. take away the backing, and we want to line up the bottom part there. Make sure we've got some of this stem showing and that the leaves are covering the flower, and then wrap this part round. And now it's sitting at the back there, and it's hidden all the mechanism we've got. To make the pull a little bit sturdier, within the collection we also have some circle dies and some decoration that we can stick onto the bottom. So I add those. Now there is a lovely decoration die that can go on the top, but for this purpose I'm just going to leave it to these 2 layers. I am going to put a little bit of red liner tape on the bottom for some added rigidity. And now we've got actually somewhere to hold to make the mechanism work. Within the collection also we have another backing plate that we can put on, and we have 2 different sentiments. I've cut out the sentiment with the backing plate, but there is another sentiment that we could cut out within the actual panel that hides the workings. And then if we quickly add the sentiment, and this sentiment says, "You make me smile." The other sentiment in the kit says, "Time to shine." So that is our basic mechanism made, and that is how we would do it for any of the other elements within the kit. So there's a different flower, there's different sentiments, and you can carry and build this up to however many you want to do. I've cut some other flowers, so I could have put them behind and we could have added the layer, but that is your basic mechanism to create the card. And then all we've gone when we've created this card is added 2 base layers. We've added a couple of decorative corners which are also in the kit, and we've added the flowers to the background. Well, I hope you enjoyed that demonstration and you got an idea of how to create your basic mechanism, which you can then use to create your cards, add more layers and actually create the movement within the cards.